Everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I wanted to talk about dating yourself, which I haven't touched on in quite a while, but I feel like it is so important, tied into your self-love and self-care journey, because right now we're in a season where, it's so like, oh my goodness, the weather is great, stuff is going on, and you may be feeling all the butterflies and all the feels with people inviting you out, putting in that effort, showing you a good time, wanting to make you happy, making plans, putting in that initiative, and all of the warm and fuzzy things. And those things are great, but you can't hold your breath or put all of your eggs in one basket, as they say, and all of your, things that you got going on for yourself over in that category that gives you a sense of purpose and, like, you're moving and shaking and do things. Okay, the time that you spend alone with yourself, the quality time that you spend alone, not you just so happen to be alone because you came home from work and you have to change, or you have to go to the bathroom, or you're going to get dressed, or you're going to go to sleep. Not just I'm alone because I'm alone, but you're alone because you know that by being alone you recharge. You're able to silence all the noise and hear your own inner thoughts, refocus and remember who you are and what you want and where you're going, because there's so many suggestions out there. There's so much noise out there, and even subliminal things that shape how we feel and think throughout a day. But then when you come home and you can take off all those layers, all those hats, all those masks, and all of those personas, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not saying that you're out here being a chameleon, but we definitely have different sides of us. And when I go out in the world, or if I'm interacting with different people, I'm not always 100% me, but that's just a way of protecting myself. And, there's a time and place. I have my fun, bubbly side, talkative side, and I have my bada side, and I have my, I'll talk a little slang side, and I have my, quiet in my thoughts, and let's talk conspiracy theory side, and then I have my mom's side, and then I have my my inner vixen side. So everyone doesn't get to see all those sides, but when you are alone with yourself, you are allowing yourself that space to make sure that you tap in and check in with all of the different sides of you and make sure everybody's good. It's like having a meeting, like, okay, the introvert, the extrovert, we have, you might not be all one thing. You might have this shy side of you that you've been like, okay, come on, girl, you can do it. Then you want to give her a break and say, okay, you can be as shy and as awkward as you need to be because it's just us. But it's not just in the comfort of your own home. You're actually saying, what do we want to do today? What do I want to do today? What do I want to explore? What do I want to enjoy? Because I'm not waiting on life. I'm not waiting on just a significant other. I'm not waiting for that phone call or invitation to have fun and, oh, you hear my stomach, and do the things that I love. And it could be at home. I'm not saying you have to always go out and be doing something and spending money, but what does that look like for you? And so, for example, for me, gosh, I hope that is not heard on the video. I don't know why my stomach is bubbling, but I really enjoy driving because I just get lost in the road. I like the change of scenery. I like going to new places, obviously. I like listening to music and my little podcasts and lectures and things. I love snacking. I don't know what it is, but I just get something out of road trips and stuff. Even if it's just a little short 2-hour, 1 hour, 2 hour drive, like, I like doing that by myself. And so coming into this relationship and my fiance always wanting to hit the road with me was an adjustment. And not like I don't want you to go with me, but just kind of like, okay, this is something new. Like, whereas I'm like, I can zip down there and zip back and be good. I don't need any company. And I know this sounds weird, but being able to go to Virginia Beach over the weekend and have that time to myself doing what I enjoy was refueling for me. And you know what they say, distance makes the heart go fonder. And same thing, we can use my fiance, for example. He loves riding his motorcycle. To him, that is like what he calls his wind therapy, clears his head, and he just loves to ride. I don't always want to or push myself onto, I want to ride, where you going, I want to ride, go, like, he more so volunteers. I was thinking about taking the bike, and then if I zip over here, do you want me to come back and get you? And I'm like, no, babe, there's a time and a place for us to have a ride together. Like, it's not that I don't want to ride with you, but I know that that's your thing and you need that thing. When I went horseback riding recently, I realized how much I missed it and how much I needed that type of interaction, that type of activity, just me. I'm not alone, obviously, but it's something that I can get lost in. So I'm using these as little examples because, they make me feel good. They make me feel present. They make me feel excited. They make me feel like a little girl again. And those moments are invaluable. Those moments where you just pause from all the responsibilities, thinking about school, thinking about making more money, thinking about investments, thinking about the future, thinking about what you need to do when you get home, thinking about what you need to do tomorrow or next week, or all the things that, are weighing on us as we adult. Dating yourself helps you have a sense of control and excitement that you decide, that you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to wait for my fiance to be like, baby, you know what? I want to take you out. So get dressed, we're going out. You know what I mean? I can just be like, I'm taking myself out, like I have a groove, I have a rhythm, you know what I mean? And again, I get it. Everyone's thing is different. Maybe it's a hobby, maybe it's a craft, maybe it's a favorite park, or maybe you like to cycle. Maybe you like to just walk. Maybe you just like to go to the gym. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. And it doesn't have to be anything super expensive, but it's just something that you do on a regular basis, or you switch it up. You explore different things, but you look forward to doing it. You put it on the calendar, you make it a priority, and you spend that time with yourself and just, letting your hair down and again, just keeping the focus on you, and then reflecting on maybe the past week, reflecting on things that you're looking forward to that you are going to do with other people, that, that date, or that event, or whatever, because, that's what I love most about the summertime. It's always something going on. And you stay busy and get out in the hot air, the pool, the beaches, the cookouts and parties and all the things and so on. But you can't forget to, really take time to yourself. And even if, you consider your time at home as a part of your dating yourself, you still make it very special, intimate. You might have a ritual to it where you always get, your favorite glass of wine, or you always put on your favorite, this type of music, or you always get this special journal, or you always watch this type of show, and you have your favorite blanket, and you have this whole mood that you set up to enjoy, again, spending time with you, just spending time with you, because we're not waiting. We don't need anyone else. Other people, our children, our family, our friends are great. Absolutely. We love them. They are also in our hearts, but we have to remember that we also too matter, and everything that we think we need externally always originally comes from within, and we have to learn what that looks like for each and every one of us. We have to learn, what do I need to do to make myself experience that, feel that, know this about myself, believe this about myself, know that I'm okay, know that I'm a fun person, know that I am the party, believe that, I'm that it girl, I'm lucky, and whatever you need to tell yourself. And that you're not afraid to be alone. You don't get anxiety. You're not boring. You're not dry. You really have some depth. And if you maybe sat down and explored, new things or old things that you don't think you have a grasp of now, like let's say you always used to draw and you haven't done it in years. Like, do you still have it? You'll never know if you don't sit your butt down alone and get out some pen and paper. You know what I mean? Simple things. And sometimes it's always the simplest things that are the hardest to do. It's the simplest things that really, like make us question, like, am I about this life? Because, you know, being consistent with this is really hard. I gotta remind myself to slow down. I gotta remind myself to think better of me. I have to remind myself to take myself seriously. I have to remind myself, like, you need to slow down, stop thinking and worrying about everything else, everyone else behind you, around you, in front of you, and look at and think about what you need. It's not selfish. It's actually very necessary. You know, we don't let our cell phones go dead, barely, if we can help it. We don't let our cars, you know, get to the point where they don't run because we haven't been maintaining them, but you expect to go a good 80, 90 years. Look, if 100 if you like, you know, by not pouring into ourselves. Because remember, you need you need more than just a healthy diet to make it, to really thrive, to really have quality of life. You need more than just a healthy diet. You have to have good thoughts. You have to love who you are in this life to be with you for 80, 90, 100 years. You better like it, or it's going to be a miserable ride. And you might jump ship early, it's a little too early. Or things might happen that have come from you not, you know, taking the best care of yourself. Come on now, this is basic, basic, basic. You can't drive a car without gas, and you can't go through life without, you know, knowing what you need, who you are, and what you love. On a spiritual, emotional, physical, and even intellectual level. Is that all the levels? I think that's all the levels. This video was under 15 minutes. Yay. Look, I made my bed. I know some of my videos, my sheets just, my blankets be everywhere. I don't be caring. I make it when I want to make it. And it looks nice when it's nice. And then when it's time to get back in it, I get back in it. And whether that's 3 o'clock or 12 o'clock, it don't matter. But I really like sitting at my makeup table with the light and everything. So y'all get what you get. It is what it is. And until the next one, peace. Bye.